All right, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, the host of Xenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters, and also the co-host of GD Explanations. Check it out. You can find it on YouTube under GD Explanations. Today we're going to do a remake of an episode we did way back in number 81 when it was on Spotify and had no pictures or just audio. It is Maciste versus the Fire Monsters, aka or Maciste versus the Monsters, aka the Fire Monsters against the Son of Hercules. And it's one of my favorite ones, even though it's not one of the best. It is packed with monsters, including, well, we'll talk about it. But before we get into it, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. How do you feel about these peplum movies, or just sword and sandal, whatever you want to call them? Which ones are your favorites? We're going to be doing more of them because I enjoy several of them. The more mythological ones like this, or to have monsters in them. The gladiator movies are just kind of dull, but some of them are pretty good in and of themselves. But they just ran the gamut here. So, please, once again, well, let's roll. Okay, and if you didn't think you were going to hear this great theme song,
the mighty sons of Hercules once thundered through the years. These men of steel could never feel the curse of a coward fears. The mighty sons of Hercules were men as men should be. They burned with dreams that turned their dreams into history. All right, so there's the Mighty Sons of Hercules, at least part of it. I think we're pretty safe with that song. We were the last time. It was part of a package deal that many of these, I don't know, 13 or 14 or 17, were produced and then brought over here. Let's see if we can find the. Maciste is a very common figure. Started out with, wow, there's so many of them. The mighty Hercules, the Sons of Hercules, 13 Italian sword and sandal movies. So that's what you've got here. They weren't all about Hercules, but they were dubbed. You've got Perseus, you've got Maciste, turned into Ursus, Goliath, any strongman they could possibly think of. Now, Ursus and Maciste is not a mythological figure. He came around early in Italian cinema, but he was not truly, I mean, like in the 1920s. But he was not like a true mythological figure. And there's a bit of, what do you say? In one of the films, I believe Atlas against the Cyclops, and they call it Maciste, even though the title is Atlas. So, but it means of the rock, is what he said. So here's our introduction while they're trudging along through the path in snow and cold. Come on, start talking, narrator. I'm tired of waiting for you.
Thousands of years ago, an immense glacial ice cap spread over a great part of the earth, and vast regions were blanketed in snow and fatal cold.
Fatal cold. So obviously, it's an ice age that they're talking about there. Why did I get to Hercules and the Hydra, which I do enjoy? But be that as it may, it is set in the Ice Age. This is the tribe of sun worshippers. They're looking for a place to live. There's lots of them. And that is Idar, the son of Dorak. Played Luciano Marin plays Idar. Dorak is Rocco Spartaro. Anyway, they find this nice place. They decide to settle down. And they do. Now, they don't realize, unfortunately, that there is a tribe of moon worshippers nearby who are kind of jerks. This is a short movie. It was released on April 25th, 1962 in Italy.
sometime later over here. I want to say in the later 60s as part of that package. In the UK, it was called Colossus of the Stone Age. Now, Maciste is called Maxis here. So, unfortunately, every time they call him that, they dub a different voice in, or he calls himself Maxis. I'll give you an example. But Reg Lewis didn't have a long career. He looks great. I mean, look at him. 4 movies, Sextet being his final one with Mae West. Brass Bottle, Don't Make Waves, Tony Curtis, American Sex Comedy. This was his first and only peplum, as far as I can tell. Anyway, he's Maciste, aka Maxis. But there's the tribe there. They're having fun, and they're saying Idar needs to choose his wife, who is Raya, played by Bridget Bergen, and they have this funny conversation. And I'll play that for you because it still makes me laugh.
But answer me fast, Ida. I asked you when you choose your woman.
I'll pick when it pleases me. And perhaps it won't even be you.
You're a fool to talk like that. I promised you I'd wait. But now I'll choose a man I like. Any man. I'm 18 and I'll be old soon. I'm talking to you, Ida, and you're not even listening. Oh!
I've got you. Look what I... Hey, where are you going?
I let that go a little longer than I'd planned, but that's okay. So our newly engaged couple is right here, and they're about to discover the first monster. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of this because I think it's a great scene. I believe it's a Carlo Rambaldi creation, which would later turn up in one of the Monkey King movies from the Shaw Brothers, both in stock footage, and I think they imported the damn thing over there or shot it while they were, I want to say the Silken Web. I don't remember. But I was surprised to see it, but they might have shot it at the same time because it did star Yuen Hua, maybe? I don't remember. Blake might know. But it did. So it starred one of the same people that was in the Super Stooges versus the Wonder Woman, Amazons, and Superman, whatever you want to call it. But there he is. So that's what we're going to see here, I believe, at 7:25. So yes, let's watch just a little bit of this exciting scene.
The happiest girl under the sun.
Yeah, it's not the very scariest monster, but it's nice to see a monster. Idar's useless. Well, actually, he's not. I take that back. But against a monster? There he is. Dun dun dun. Oh, my eye! I think the dragon's name was Kelso. Yeah, Reg is a bit stiff here. Sorry. Bubble, bubble, boil in trouble. But yes, so it's pretty effective and would have caught my attention as a kid.
My name. I am the son of a chief. You have saved me. And you and your tribe have the right to command us. I belong to no tribe, Idar, and I have no wish to rule you. As I live alone, I am a free man.
Ida, don't let him go away. We could all be safe if only he'd stay with us.
Raya's smart.
Stay with us. I thank you, but I must go. I am needed somewhere else. I don't know where or how. It is my destiny. Farewell. May your sun god give you all possible happiness in this valley.
But he knows it's a sun god.
Wait! Just tell us your name. It's Maciste, son of Hercules.
What a strange man, Ida.
Farewell.
And after all that, we get ready for the wedding ceremony of our couple here. Now, this print came from the Internet Archive. They have two of them on there, but the other one had subtitles. But I was like, we've done this already. We know the story. There's Idar. He's got to choose his woman, and of course he chooses Rhea because she would have defanged him, if you will. These two, yet this young couple, they can't wait to get married as well. I don't remember what their names are. But there you go. They've chosen and they're going to get married. But unfortunately, the moon people, or whatever you call them, I don't know what. Again, we're just going to call them the Moonies. Attack. There's lots of them. There's lots of fighting. Dorak gets killed, so now Idar is the chief. They've stolen their women. There's their shaman, and there is Moa, played by Margaret Lee, who was born in Wolverhampton, England. Oh, I do declare, and raised in London, and educated in the Italia Conti Theatre School. Theater School. This was her film debut in that, and then she was in a string of popular comedies that made her a star in Italy. She was bilingual, so she probably dubbed herself. She's pretty good, but you can tell that unfortunately, the director here, who was probably could have done better. It's a gorgeous movie. It was filmed in both Italy and Yugoslavia. She also made movies with Franco and Ciccio, who made the fun, and I wish there was a better copy of it out there, Hercules against Maciste in the Valley, or Vale of Woe, which is a comedy. So I like it. I mean, it's just a funny movie. But she's gorgeous. I mean, So there she is. She's the daughter of the chief that this bonehead killed, and she doesn't like him. But he's like, "You're going to be my wife," because that didn't work out for him. Spoiler alert. But there's their sundial. And they got to go get him. They summon Maciste. I'm not going to call him Maxis, but I've got this theory about Maciste now. Maciste he's a Time Lord because he shows up in the Ice Age. He shows up with the Romans. He shows up in 17th century, 18th century Scotland in The Witch's Curse, which is a good movie too. He shows up in all times and places in King Solomon's mines. Tell me how that works. If he said he doesn't know where he's going to be, but he's needed elsewhere, and he has different faces. He's a Time Lord. Prove me wrong, right? I know I made the assertion, and I provided my evidence that he's eternal. I like Maciste. I mean, it's a good character. You can probably use it because it's made up and spell it differently. Anyway, he shows up and he's like, "I'm going to help you out." Off they go. And we did get some subtitles here when the English dialogue had faded out, or the print wasn't that good. The movie's available on many public domain prints, and it's faded and worn. So seeing it, in full, even in this copy, it's full color. It looks wonderful. I mean, all of these peplums would have a better rep if they were, seen the way they were supposed to seen in widescreen and in gorgeous color. So there they are. Even though Reg Park he looks great once again, but he's just, I can see why he did not have a long acting career. All right, where are we here? Okay, so he has gone through and swam in there, and we passes out there, and they're like, okay, so there's Moa finding him. I believe that's where we're going to start our next little bit of movie trivia here. Let's see if we got that. Yeah, he pulls a knife on her. So let's watch a little more.
Who are you?
And you?
I'm Moa. Oh, you're wounded. Come, I know how to heal you.
It's nothing. Why do you want to help me?
Your eyes are good. You were different from the Druids.
I'm not one of them.
Who are you then? Where do you come from?
From very far away.
Have you a name?
Max, son of Hercules.
Oh, it's a beautiful name. But what are you doing here? Are you looking for something?
Yes, I'm looking for trouble. It's my own fault. I've always been like that.
Because he's a Time
Many
Lord.
years ago, when I was very young, I remember someone once told me Hercules was my father and the moon my mother. I'm not like other men. You understand, Moa?
I like you as you are. You aren't a friend of Fuan's, are you?
Are you?
I hate him. One day, if the moon will help, I shall see Fuan dead at my feet.
I included this because I love owls. So the Muon, or Fuan, or the Muon, I don't even know what they're called. The Moon People are led by Fuan, and they're darker, but there are blondes or brunettes in the Sun People as well. But off they go. And she distracts Fuan. Is that what his name is? Fuan? Yeah, Fuan of the Moon People, played by Andrea Arelli. Your agent might be a little awesome at this point in time. There's the people they're going to sacrifice, but suddenly they're going to sacrifice the blonde women from the Sun Tribe, but suddenly there is a total eclipse of the moon. Dun dun dun. But nobody named Audrey 2 or no plants show up. Maciste uses his mighty strength, and then a battle begins, led by Idar, who's a great fighter. I mean, he does really well. Idar is played by Luciano Marin, as I said. And they had to do a lot of their own stunts here. But these two young lovers, get killed. Reina is not very brave. This guy gets hurt. And I thought that was Fuan, but I don't think I'm right. But there's your obligatory let's crash things over. He throws this at a bunch of people and scooshes them and then brings down the house. Moa leads everyone to safety. Maciste blocks the place. It's just a fun movie. It goes along. There's monsters. We've only seen one. We're about to see another. He does the obligatory King Kong. It's not obligatory. He does a King Kong thing where he shakes the bad guys off the branch, but he gets caught. And he's strapped down. And as we saw in Death Rides a Horse, Fuan decides to bury him up to his neck. This is an unusual torture. Moa shows up and decides to rescue him, but then they both get caught and buried up to their necks. And they play a game of let's toss the spear and try to scare the poo out of them, and they probably do, but who can tell? But they realize that they kind of like each other, the dubbing, and then now the obligatory volcano goes off, cracks open the earth. A lot of the moon people get killed. There's a lot of them. They're like ants. I mean, it's got all the fake fury of a fake volcano. It's all right. It works. It keeps the movie. The movie is only 82 minutes or even 80 minutes. It works really well. I mean, it flows. It keeps going. You're never bored, which is, to me, the death knell of a movie if you're bored. More gorgeous Yugoslavian scenery here. Look at this. I mean, they fall asleep and then some kind of dragon thing comes out. Once again, a Carlo Rambaldi, I'm sure. Maciste fights it and manages to kill it. Now, there's supposed to be a giant lizard, aka a Slurpasaur, that shows up, but I missed it. And then Fuan goes to the people of the Olmar, the chief of the Olmar people, played by Nella Pazzafine, and says, "We'll give you all the women." They lied. They are going to betray their allies, and then there he is, the leader of the Olmar, who are savages, even savager than the other ones. And we get another fight scene with multiple people. Maciste shows up. He scooshes. He is brutal. You're not getting away from him, and he cracks the guy. I mean, he kills the chief of the Olmar people by breaking his back. If he didn't kill him, he just left him. And Idar, they all go in this chase. And Idar tells Fuan that you killed my father. Prepare to die. and they have a fight, but he gets Idar doesn't kill him, so he doesn't have that blood on his hand, but the sun goddess does, drops her emblem on him and scooshes him. And that's like it. That is the end of the movie. They want him to stay. He's like, you'll live here happily. And she says, screw you, hippie. And yeah, farewell. And the subtitles call him Maxis, even though you can hear them say Maciste. I don't know. I don't know why they changed it. Maxis? Nobody knows who if they didn't know who Maciste was, they wouldn't know who Maxis was. What's the point? They left him dubbed Maciste in other versions, like Alice Against the Cyclops, which we will review because it's a fun movie. There's their celebration. Everyone's saying goodbye. Moa becomes a companion to Maciste, the Time Lord. And off they go, holding hands. See, the Time Lords were romantic with their female or male companions. Who knows these days? And who cares, really? I mean, whatever you want it to be. And there we have our movie. Now, Xenorama does have an issue of 27 that you can buy if you want to read about a bunch of peplum movies in black and white, or you can go to 72 there from last Yule of last year if you want to see a few of them in color. Look at all of them. I like the color versions better, but that's what I did later on. Anyway, that is our episode for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Tomorrow we'll be wrapping up The Dirty Pair, and then I've yet to figure out which live action show for Thursday. But we do have a fun movie for Tuesday. Having said all that, this is X7 signing off and phasing out.
Through the centuries, in olden times, there lived the sons of Hercules, heroes supreme. They roamed the earth, righting wrong, helping the weak and oppressed, and seeking adventure. They were the mightiest of mortal men.
The sons of Hercules. The mighty sons of Hercules once thundered through the years. These men of steel could never feel the curse of a coward's fears. The mighty sons of Hercules were men as men should be. They burned with dreams, then turned their dreams into history. 100 giants, brave and bold, they ruled the world in days of old. The mighty sons of Hercules were men as men should be. They took the world and shook the world, the sons of Hercules. The mighty sons of Hercules once thundered through the years. These men of steel could never feel the curse of a coward's fears. The mighty sons of Hercules were men as men should be. They burned with dreams, then turned their dreams into history.